Hello guys and welcome to our channel Dhanay for you. So let's see the top 5 podcasts that are must for entrepreneurs. The first podcast among entrepreneurs is Failery Podcast that is hosted by Brandon Honko, that is a motivational podcast for entrepreneurs, as the goal of the site is to energize the failed startups and break up the stigma of giving up if things don't work out the way that has been planned. The podcast Failry podcast believes in concept of learning from one own mistake. This podcast is published every Monday. Second popular podcast among entrepreneurs is Entrepreneurs on Fire. This is hosted by John Lee Dumas and it was created in 2012. This podcast surprises the interviewee with some surprising questions about their ways of dealing with the business pattern, which leads them to an honest and reliable answer for the audience. The third one is the School of Greatness. This podcast brings an innovative twist for his listeners. This podcast brings some diversity to daily life. This is dedicated to entrepreneurs but also to the athletes, scientists, and writers. They all have the same goal and are here to show the right path to success and empower inspiring business owners. The fourth one is The Startup. This show is hosted by Alex Blumberg and Lisa Chow. This podcast shows the raw stories for the startup and it also reveals the real life struggle of starting such an endeavor and the major challenge that might come that way. Fifth, but not the last, is The Pitch. This podcast is hosted by Josh Mukio and it is based on self-explanatory concept and how ideas are supposed to be pitched in the minds of the investors. This sta- this podcast helped in understanding the negotiation process, questions and counter questions, and the ways to deal with the common entrepreneurial mistakes. So, these were some inspiring podcasts you must watch as an entrepreneur. So, thank you guys for watching our video. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe.